Hi, I'm Kathy, the Celtic Mink, and this is Celtic Mink Comments. Tutorials, evil mother-in-law stories, honey badgers in space, and werewolf romances. Probably would have told them they are out of their mind. Honestly, I love YouTube, and today I want to talk about why. On a lighter note from some of my more serious videos, I genuinely love YouTube. I have had so much fun with it over the years. Not just watching videos, but eventually creating my own channel too. And what's funny about that is younger people probably don't realize how difficult and expensive video creation used to be. Growing up, making videos wasn't something ordinary people casually did. Now, everybody has a camera in their pocket, take it out, and whoosh, you have a video. But years ago, creating videos was expensive. The easiest part was writing the script. That only cost your own creativity and hours upon hours of unpaid labor and time. After that, everything cost money. Cameras were expensive. Not slightly expensive, astronomically expensive, unless you were using one of those basic little home cameras that recorded family birthdays and Christmas mornings. Then there was film. Developing film cost a fortune. Editing equipment looked like something NASA would have used for a moon launch. And distribution, that had its own nightmare. You could spend months or years trying to find somebody willing to distribute your work. Making videos was never really on my radar. It didn't feel accessible to ordinary people and really didn't interest me. Along came cable community access television channels. But even then, you still had to learn to operate complicated equipment, take classes, volunteer your time, and develop technical skills that still felt intimidating to many people. I still wasn't interested. Then, somewhere along the line, YouTube appeared. And believe it or not, I ignored it for years. Partly because I didn't think I'd learned from verbal instruction. If I wanted to learn something, I preferred reading. I'd Google instructions, print them out, and then try to follow them step by step on paper. That felt easier. But eventually, I gave YouTube a chance. That really changed everything for me. Started using YouTube for practical things first. How do I fix this dishwasher problem? How do I solder something? How do you make chainmail weaves? How do you use certain painting techniques? First, I thought YouTube was just a giant how-to channel. And in many ways, it still is. That's one of the things I love most about it. Regular people teaching regular people. Not giant corporations, no expensive schools, no gatekeepers. Just people sharing knowledge. That's kind of amazing when you think about it. Human knowledge became accessible in a completely new way. People can learn crafting skills, repairs, gardening, editing, printing, jewelry making, woodworking, sewing, almost anything. And it's free. That would have sounded unbelievable years ago. But then YouTube started becoming more than tutorials for me. I discovered the storytelling channels. Some of them were hilarious. I fell down a rabbit hole of those dramatic Reddit story channels. You know the ones. Dramatic readings, relationship disasters, the revenge stories, the family arguments. Some channels used voice actors. Others used animated stories. Some were weirdly comforting. Others were just background noise while crafting. My personal favorites were always the evil mother-in-law stories. mostly because I had such a good one. There was one villain named Magda who absolutely deserved an award for being horrifying. The woman became legendary in my mind. Then came the audiobooks. Agatha Christie's Miss Marple and Hercule Poirot. I could listen to mystery stories while crafting or working on jewelry. And then the algorithm decided I needed science fiction stories too, which led me to one of the strangest things I've ever enjoyed. Humorous sci-fi stories involving honey badgers on alien spaceships. I regret nothing. Apparently, the internet collectively has decided honey badgers are chaotic little creatures capable of destroying civilization. Sometimes they were heroes, sometimes they were villains, and other times accidental stowaways who caused intergalactic disasters. And somehow it worked. That's another thing I love about YouTube. It exposes you to bizarre creativity you would have never encountered otherwise.